Power of planning. It is planning that gives value to purpose. Purpose is dead without a plan. It is planning that empowers purpose to deliver. Purpose is impotent without a plan. A planless farmer will be a failure, because in farming endeavor, you need to plan your planting season. You need to plan the various operations preceding the planting. Otherwise, you don't be doing anything anyhow, and you end up frustrated because there is no plan. And Paul said, I have planted, Apollo has watered, and then God brings the increase. So there is the planting plan that is in place. And if you want the best from it, you must also expect to engage a watering plan to be sure that in case the rain fails, there is still a way of getting water to your planting so you can get some harvest. Think of it. Every building begins with a plan. Any building that holds any value requires a plan. So the construction of any building begins with a plan. And you see, people will talk about, we have built this business. So business is a form of building. And that's why, just like every building requires a plan, every business requires what we call business plan. Recently, I postulated a theory, a management theory, which stipulates you don't grow big to manage well, you manage well to grow big. So the business that will be big tomorrow will be seen today in the quality of the structural plan that is engaged. It's not tomorrow that you know, it's today you know. Most businesses today are victims of lack of plan or poor planning. There is no differentiating the capital from the profit. Is everything jumbled together. They say, by the time we grow now, we'll be able to do that now, no problem. You don't need to have an accountant to be accountable. You need strategic planning to maximize your business endeavors. All the things we have today, foreign emission department, we had it in the powerhouse in 1981-82. We had estate department in the structure. We had the directorate that represented the executive council, the topmost decision-making body. If you are not futuristic in your approach, you can't earn a future. So I'm not just talking about planning, I'm talking about futuristic planning. It is good management, therefore, that guarantees good results. Whatever farm that is not well managed is bound to fail. The quality of the seed notwithstanding. Any farming endeavor that is not properly managed is bound to fail. So good management is key to the fruit yielding capacity of any farm. The quality of management is what determines the quality of results. Therefore, management skill is key to determining the level of results that any organization will ever command. Just like you are aware, life not well managed will be wasted. Time not well managed will be trashed. Money not well managed will be squandered. So everything that is to grow must be well managed. I've said time and again, praying without planning is playing without knowing. And planning without programming is living in the woods, lost in the wilderness. And programming without pursuit is dining with the dead. That's why we said repeatedly, exploit is expensive. So from purpose to move into planning, from planning you section your plans into time slots, and then set, go, the pursuit begins. So it's a power cycle. Prayer alone, I think, will make you a burden to God. It is prayer with planning that makes you a co-laborer with God. Prayer alone will make you a burden to God. Give me, say every day, give me. When you engage in planning with your prayer, you become a co-laborer with God. The reason we have never been indebted as an organization is because we are able to plan with the available resources per time. Life is in phases, I've always believed, and men are in sizes. Every enterprise is built by wise planning. It becomes strong through the use of common sense and profits wonderfully by keeping abreast of the facts. So that's why we ask you, consult resource materials in your fact-hunting crave. From From there, you are able to locate facts relevant for your planning process. So it is the facts at your disposal that determines the quality of your planning process, quality of the plan at your disposal. So it's your intellectual capacity that determines the quality of your plan. Without counsel, purposes are disappointed. So you need insight for your purpose not to be disappointed. In my understanding, counsel is knowing the way to go, having clarity and intelligent path towards accomplishing your set goals. Only those who sit down to plan today will shine tomorrow. Where there is no planning, purpose is bound to be defeated. As is commonly said, failing to plan is planning to fail. The goal of any business will remain unattainable without planning. Dreams are bound to be aborted without planning. Therefore, for truth, planning is winning. Planning is the master key to accomplishment. Planning is the secret behind fulfillment of dreams. What then is planning? Planning is the cheapest way to avert wastage. So energy can be wasted, time can be wasted, unction can be wasted when there is no plan. So planning is a way of conserving energy. In my view, planning is the design of a step-by-step approach to accomplishing a set goal. The design, so it's a design. It's a design of a step-by-step approach to accomplishing a set goal. It is the ordering of one's priority in a bid to accomplishing a given task. The ordering of your priority in a bid to accomplishing a given task. Number 3, planning can be defined as a process of action in a quest to fulfill a dream. That is, you sit down and then you design a set of activities that will help you accomplish a given task. So it's a design, and so we have to sit down to do it. We have said time and again, no one succeeds by accident. It's well said by someone, he said, success is a matter of luck. Ask any failure. That's his position. Success is a matter of luck. You see that man is only lucky. We started business together at the same time. Why are you not lucky? He has a sharper plan. He has a smarter plan. Shallow men think of luck, but great men think of cause and effect. Zig Ziglar said, just any dummy can succeed if he cares to know what it takes. Please know that it takes sound planning to make a success of your business endeavors. It takes sound planning. And now let's go back to what makes a great plan. If you want a great product, you must identify the raw materials, the best raw material for it. I want to believe no one reigns without the use of the brain. It is the use of the brain that establishes the reign of man. Every gain is a result of the use of the brain. It is the use of the senses that make a star. If planning is designing a logical and rational approach towards accomplishing a given task, then we can tell what the raw material is. It is thinking, or help me call it reasoning. Reasoning is the principal raw material for sound planning. And to reason is to engage in the art of logical, rational, and analytical thinking. That is what the word reason means. So, every great planner must be a great thinker, because the principal raw material required for planning is reasoning. That is strategic thinking. That's what reasoning is all about. Reasoning is strategic thinking. So it is the use of the brain that enhances the quality of our planning. Life is practical, not mystical. Therefore, we need to give a practical approach in order to make the most of our adventure on earth. I believe a mystical approach will produce a miserable end. You know, India as a nation was sold out to mysticism. You know why they throw them out of Olympics? When they say on your marks, before you say go, he has arrived there, and they didn't see him on the line. They say, no, we don't run like that here. So every gain is traceable to the use of the brain. So the principal raw material is strategic thinking, which we call reasoning. And the engine room for planning is the brain. New York Times asked me a question 2004. They said, what do you do with your time? And it wasn't part of the regular questions on their interview. I said, I read and I think. And everybody around me knows that that is my mainline hobby. Anything you copy won't work in your circumstance, because the various factors that brought out that module is not what exists in your place. So it has to be integrated. That has given you access to how it is done somewhere else. Now integrate into your own. Every dedicated thinker will always emerge a great planner. And no one can think for you. You have to think for yourself. That's why students fail exams, because their teachers can't think for them in the exam hall. They teach you and leave you to think your way through. So every information you have gathered here from every workshop, from the plenary sessions, you now go and use it and enter the engine room and start analyzing and diagnosing and dissecting and integrating until you can find how to draw maximum value in addressing your present position. If you must have a change of position. If you are not committed to mental work, I said in my note, you will end up doing menial work. One of my favorite teachers, E.W. Kenyon of blessed memory, this is what he said. He said, make your brain work, it will sweat. He said, but make it work, then it will improve, it will develop until you become the envy of all those around you. It is brain work that makes things work. Everything that is working great begins with brain work. That's what it takes to maximize your place in destiny. A committed to brain work, which is strategic thinking, which is the art of logical, rational, and analytical thinking, which culminates in enhancing the quality of your planning. And of course, it will affect the quality of your output. So it's not cheap, it's real work.